Welcome back to Reality Exposed, the channel where we dig into the unfiltered truth behind your favorite TV stars. Today, we are looking at one of the most heartbreaking sagas in 90 Day Fiancé history. It's the story of Andrei, the tough, no-nonsense Moldovan who won fans with his strong presence, but has now faced betrayal, financial collapse, and heartbreak. Behind the cameras, his life spiraled into chaos. After losing $75,000 in a failed business venture, Andrei hit a breaking point. His wife, Elizabeth, became overwhelmed with the stress and chose to leave him. She shocked the world when she revealed she had been secretly in a relationship with a man named Zach. Elizabeth not only divorced Andrei, but eventually married Zach, who she had been seeing in secret for 2 years. The revelations didn't stop there. It was later revealed Andrei had been hiding a massive secret debt of $500,000, making this tragedy even worse. This wasn't scripted television drama. This was real life, and it completely destroyed a once-beloved reality TV couple. To understand the downfall, let's go back to the beginning. Andrei was born in 1986 in Chisinau, Moldova. A former police officer turned bouncer, he was known for his tall frame, his rugged build, and his heavy Eastern European accent. Like many, he wanted a better life outside of Moldova's struggles. His life took a turn in 2017 when he met Elizabeth, known as Libby, during a trip to Dublin. Libby was a Tampa native from a wealthy family. Their chance meeting quickly turned into a whirlwind romance. Andrei and Libby appeared on season 5 of 90 Day Fiancé, documenting his K-1 visa journey to the United States. Viewers witnessed their fiery arguments, cultural clashes, and undeniable chemistry, along with constant conflict with Libby's siblings, who accused Andrei of relying on their father, Chuck, for money. Despite the tension, Andrei and Libby married in Tampa in 2017, followed by a grand Moldovan wedding in 2018. Their family grew with the birth of their daughter Eleanor in 2019 and their son Winston in 2022. Off-screen, Andrei worked with Chuck in real estate while Libby pursued acting and modeling. By 2023, they were regulars on TLC spin-offs like Happily Ever After and Pillow Talk, admired for their banter and seemingly strong family life. But trouble was brewing beneath the surface. Andrei's traditional mindset often clashed with Libby's independent nature. He believed the man should lead, while Libby openly said, "I'm American. I won't be controlled." By 2025, Andrei was determined to step out of Chuck's shadow and succeed on his own. He invested heavily in real estate, pouring $75,000 into a Moldovan apartment project in Chisinau, using family savings and borrowing from Chuck. The plan was to buy low, renovate, and sell high. But the Russia-Ukraine war disrupted everything, driving up costs, scaring away buyers, and causing partners to back out. By March 2025, the project collapsed. Andrei initially hid the loss, but by May he broke down on Happily Ever After season 9, admitting to Libby that everything had fallen apart. He told her, "I thought I could handle it, babe, but the war ruined everything." Libby was devastated. Their savings were gone, and bills piled up. Andrei had invested $50,000 of savings and borrowed another $25,000, but renovation costs spiraled to $40,000. He only managed to recover $20,000, leaving them with a crushing $75,000 loss. The money lost could have covered their mortgage, tuition for the kids, and family trips. Instead, it vanished. Libby felt betrayed. "How could you hide this from me?" she reportedly cried during a heated family intervention. Chuck offered to help, but Andrei's pride wouldn't allow it. Their marriage began to unravel. Libby posted cryptic messages online, such as "sometimes you have to walk away to find peace." The financial crisis revealed deeper cracks. Their home became a battlefield of arguments about money, parenting, and respect. By mid-2025, Andrei sank into depression, while Libby became distant. She stayed out late, took secret calls, and leaned away from her marriage. That's when another shocking truth emerged. Insiders revealed that Libby had been in a secret relationship with a man named Zach for nearly 2 years. While Andrei focused on business, Libby found comfort in Zach. He was everything Andrei wasn't at the time: stable, charismatic, and financially secure. Zach a 38-year-old entrepreneur from Orlando, ran a successful app development startup. They first met in 2023 at a networking event when Libby was promoting her beauty brand. At first, their chats were casual, but soon Zach became her confidant as she vented about family stress. By 2024, the relationship had crossed the line into romance. They met secretly for coffee, went on disguised girls' trips that were really getaways with him, and built a hidden life together. On social media, Libby still appeared to be living a perfect life with Andrei, but subtle clues hinted otherwise. The breaking point came in July 2025, when Andrei's $75,000 loss became public. "We're drowning, Andrei, and you hid it," Libby screamed during a fight. That night she left the house and stayed with her sisters, but it wasn't just space she wanted. It was her exit. On August 1st, 2025, Libby shocked fans with an emotional Instagram live. She announced, "Andrei and I are separating. I need to prioritize my happiness and our kids." The internet exploded with reactions from sympathy to anger. Within weeks, leaked texts and photos exposed her relationship with Zach. Paparazzi captured them holding hands at a beach resort, while texts showed intimate messages like, "You're my escape, Zach. I can't wait to start fresh with you." Fans realized the affair had been going on since August 2023. Andrei was blindsided. In a rare public statement, he said, "I fought for my family, but secrets destroyed us." Libby's family was split. Chuck tried to mediate, but most of her siblings supported her and criticized Andrei as toxic. The divorce papers were filed in mid-August 2025, citing irreconcilable differences and financial strain. Libby asked for custody and alimony. Andrei contested, but it was over. Just days later, Zach proposed. Libby said yes, and on August 15th, 2025, they quietly married in a courthouse ceremony. Photos showed her smiling, looking free and happy, far removed from the stress of her old life. The fall of Andrei and Libby's marriage shocked fans who had followed their journey since 2017. What started as a love story spanning countries and cultures ended in financial ruin, betrayal, and heartbreak. Andrei's pride, hidden debts, and financial gamble collided with Libby's secret affair and desire for stability. Together, it created one of the most dramatic endings in 90 Day Fiancé history. They honeymooned in the Bahamas before starting a new life in Orlando. Eleanor and Winston split their time, but Libby's post began to glow with second chances. One chapter closed and another opened, though what followed became a Pandora's box. While Libby moved on, Andrei's world began to collapse with a revelation no one saw coming. Just when it seemed the story could not grow more tragic, the final blow landed. During the divorce proceedings, court documents revealed Andrei's deepest secret. He had been hiding a staggering $500,000 debt from everyone, including Libby. The situation unraveled from what seemed like a smaller loss. Andrei's $75,000 disappearance was only the surface. Digging deeper revealed that since 2022, he had been gambling on high-risk investments. Crypto ventures, stock trades, and even underground lending in Moldova became his habits. To fund these risky plays, Andrei borrowed from shady sources, stacked up high-interest loans from Eastern European contacts, maxed out credit cards, and even pulled undisclosed lines from Chuck's business. The debt broke down into pieces: $200,000 in personal loans tied to failed real estate flips, $150,000 lost in the 2024 crypto market crash, $100,000 in back taxes and visa-related fees from his early days in the U.S., and another $50,000 on cars, vacations, and gifts sent to his family back home. Together, it added up to $500,000, growing worse by the day with predatory interest. Andrei covered his tracks carefully. He produced fake bank statements and opened separate accounts. Libby had suspicions. Bills were often late, but she trusted him. The $75,000 loss turned out to be the domino that tipped everything over. When Libby left, Andrei's fragile web collapsed. Creditors came knocking. Lawsuits piled high. In court, the truth came out, painting him as reckless and deceitful. Friends said Andrei spiraled into isolation. Once proud, he had now hit rock bottom. He rarely saw his kids and disappeared from social media after posting one last message: "Life tests us all." Libby, meanwhile, began a new chapter with Zach. furious once the full truth came out. He was living a lie, she told Confidence. Her new life with Zach, stable and debt-free, stood in sharp contrast to the chaos Andrei left behind. The fallout rippled outward. TLC paused their storylines, unsure how to handle the drama. Fans split in their opinions. Some pitted Andrei, while others blamed him entirely. Chuck, tired of the mess, distanced himself and turned his focus to his grandchildren. By August 2025, Andrei filed for bankruptcy, but the emotional damage remained beyond repair. He moved into a small apartment in Tampa, working odd jobs, far from the TV stardom he once enjoyed. What lies ahead remains uncertain. Libby thrives with Zach, posting about her blended family and fresh beginnings. Andrei, on the other hand, is whispered to be considering a return to Moldova, perhaps to rebuild his life alone. The story serves as a cautionary tale of pride, secrets, and the steep cost of fame. Libby had left with the kids after discovering the $75,000 loss Andrei tried to hide. Fans slammed him for narcissism and disrespect. Alexei later slipped and exposed Andrei's massive secret, deepening the scandal. Even Lauren and Elizabeth ended their friendship after the drama. The couple's history of failed businesses only added to the picture of mismanagement. Their troubles had not started with the $75,000. Back in 2018, they filed paperwork for Castrovet Properties LLC. But the business dissolved a year later because they failed to file annual reports. In 2021, they formed Castrovet Incorporated, which technically remains active, but no real estate was purchased through it. Andrei became a licensed real estate agent in 2020 and worked briefly with Keller Williams Realty in Tampa, though he no longer has a realtor profile. Fans were puzzled because, despite financial troubles, the couple often displayed a lavish lifestyle online. On Happily Ever After, they spoke about flipping houses in America, but Andrei had blindly trusted his associates with investments in Moldova. Libby had no idea how much money was actually gone until the truth surfaced. She felt betrayed not just by the bad investment, but by the lies he used to cover it up. For her, the secrecy cut deeper than the financial blow. When Libby visited Moldova, Andrei pushed her to consider moving there permanently with their children. She was already under stress from the cultural differences and language barriers, but discovering that he had hidden such a massive loss broke her trust completely. She packed her bags and, with the children, returned to America. The revelations only grew worse. On one episode, Alexei casually mentioned that Andrei had already lost the $75,000. Jolie quickly reminded him that it was supposed to be kept quiet, but the damage was done. Andrei's secret was out, and it reinforced the image of someone who gambled with his family's future. The entire saga revealed a couple caught between appearances and reality. In public, they seemed to enjoy success and stability, but behind the scenes they were drowning in failed businesses, hidden debts, and personal betrayals. For Libby, the breaking point was not just the money. It was that Andrei built a wall of lies between them. For Andrei, the fall was total. From reality TV stardom and family life to bankruptcy, isolation, and whispers of starting over in a country he once left behind. The story is tragic, messy, and unforgettable. It reminds everyone that fame does not shield anyone from financial ruin or personal collapse. Andrei's downfall came from secrecy and risk-taking, and Libby's new beginning shows that even in heartbreak, people can find stability and second chances, the TLC personality believed. That he ought to have told Elizabeth everything. Jovi and Alexei agreed to keep their distance from the situation and stop discussing it. Elizabeth, past has been making a lot of effort to fit in Moldova. Whether they should go to the nation permanently is still a problem for her. In Moldova, the TLC star was accompanied by her father. Andrei was so questioned by Libby's father over the funds they had invested. He was shocked to learn that they had purchased a property using $75,000 of his daughter's funds. Andrei told him, however, that it was our money. He disclosed that after investing the funds, he became a silent partner. The celebrity from 90 Day Fiancé let his other partners decide what to do. They rely on the property for their livelihood, Elizabeth noted, and she was thrilled to see it. She envisioned using their investment to flip real estate in the future. But since Andrei has already lost the money, the reality TV star is upset. In order to bring her kids back to America, Libby recently packed her luggage and purchased her tickets. The poor investment is one thing, but to cover his tracks and to lie, that's like another level of betrayal, she said. Because of her husband's behavior, the American native was clearly saddened and wanted to return home as soon as possible. Andrei inquired, Libby believed her partner should inform everyone that he had not given his wife an explanation of the investment property. The betrayal left her unable to survive another moment in Moldova. Andrei slammed for his disrespectful and narcissistic behavior. Fans of 90 Day Fiancé are accusing Andrei of being blatantly rude and narcissistic, as well as calling him out in all caps, toxic. You read that correctly. The audience apparently took issue with the celebrity's actions during Happily Ever After and chastised him for treating Elizabeth badly. But that's not all. After Andrei made a startling remark about Libby, his detractors became indignant and began attacking him. What's the point here? He said, what? Why are viewers criticizing Andrei? Learn more about this dispute by reading one because it's a hot topic. 90 Day Partner. According to fans, Andrei has been acting strangely for some time and has been keeping a lot of things from his wife. His financial loss was apparently disclosed to Jovi and Alexei, but not to Libby. Even though the celebrity lost about $75,000, they still believe that the money was invested in Moldova. After learning of her husband's deception, Libby chose to take a plane back to America. Enraged and incredulous, all of what occurred after Andrei's decision to permanently go to Moldova was imposed on his family by his hardwired decision. As a result, viewers began to doubt Andrei's motivations. Andrei, the star of 90 Day Fiancé, is now being held responsible for his errors, and it appears that he cannot handle the situation. Libby and Andrei were arguing loudly during a recent episode which fans witnessed. The latter nearly got an order from the former to go take a shower and alter her mood. Libby was clearly not pleased with the tone of Andrei's conversation with her based on her facial expressions. Elizabeth has been friends with Lauren Broanik for a long time. A couple of their co-stars were invited to the former's and her husband Alexei's housewarming party in Florida during Happily Ever After Season 8. Yara and Jove, as well as Andrei and Libby, were the buddies whom the 90 Day Fiancé stars wanted to have a blast with. But then things took a surprising turn as the celebration devolved into a more dramatic shouting match than that tell all. Lauren and her best friend Noga got into a heated argument with Andrea at the party. Instead of making a scene, Libby attempted to defuse the situation. She did, however, imply that her companion had crossed some lines. Fans wanted to know if the two would still be friends after all of the drama. What caused the repercussions? Are they no longer close companions? The stars of 90 Day Fiancé on Season 8, Elizabeth and Lauren, were delighted to see each other again at the housewarming celebration. The former talked about her worries and anxieties before to her journey to Moldova. She didn't enjoy moving to her husband's homeland. You thought it was a horrible idea as well. However, she made an effort to remain impartial and persuade her companion to ask the question, but Lauren felt compelled to tell Libby the truth about the whole thing. Clearly, she did not want her companion to relocate to the nation. When her buddy finally apologized for everything, Elizabeth acknowledged that she was glad. She still wanted to discuss setting boundaries with Lauren when she gets back to the United States. The latter was going too far and meddling in her personal decisions, something the TLC star didn't enjoy. On the show, Elizabeth passed and Andrei Castrovit are one of the most prosperous couples, the latter's troublesome disposition and loud voice have always make him popular. At Lauren and Alexei's celebration, he offered Leon ultimatum which caused a stir. All that the 90-day finance actor was attempting to do was persuade his wife to move to Moldova with their children. Nevertheless, Jovi, Yara, Lauren, and Alexei attempted to convince Andrei that his wife would not be content in the country. Before long, the discussion between Castrate and Lauren descended into a furious drama. Naga, a friend of the latter, also stepped in and called him a jerk. She walked out of the party after calling him out on his misogynistic behavior. Later, Lauren apologized on her friend's behalf in an attempt to mend their differences. But it was too late. Fans are therefore interested in learning how the drama impacted Lauren and Libby's friendship. Her intentions were good and she didn't want to lose her friend at any cost. The co-stars regrettably stopped following one another on Instagram. Libby continues to engage with Yara on the internet and follow her, but she doesn't follow Lauren anymore. Therefore, fans of 90 Day Fiancé think that things could not be going well between them. Given all of the conflict and misunderstanding, it's possible that the TLC stars have ceased communicating. No more today. What are you thinking about this gossip today? Let us know in the comments and stay tuned by subscribing to our channel to get more updates like this.